sharing the bread of your wallet. Listen, this revival is free to the whole city. It's free to all the community. It's our gift to this region. But church, how many of you know, listen, advancing the gospel, it costs money. It costs money. And what you're going to see this week, not only are we giving this, experience to the city, but what you're also going to see is every single night at revival, we are going to highlight some of our missions projects, some of the areas that you have been sharing bread with the hungry. We're going to highlight that. We're going to show what your giving did last year, and we're going to make those annual mission commitments to those ministries and those areas for this year. God's led us to do that this year. So, when the mayor's here, I can't remember which night he's coming, but that night, man, we're going to be committing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to Newtown and community projects that are on his heart. And by the way, the mayor's fired up for God. Y'all need to pray for him. I was in his office. This past week, man. He's really, really pumped just about the entire faith-based community here. I mean, we're going to be looking at church planning and all the things that we do, the different CMARC and the orphanages that we support here, adopting kids. We are going to commit millions, really, probably between 1.5 and $2 million. It's okay me committing y'all's money, right? I know y'all got it. Our money, my money, your money, and we know that all of our money is whose money is it really? It's God's money. We're going to be committing that this week during the Awakening Revival. A lot of those missions agencies are going to be here. And so, church, I just need to remind you this. Listen, revival, from our standpoint, it's awesome. But listen, someone's got to sacrifice. Someone's got to pave the way for somebody else, really. It's those of you that gave to this building. These seats cost money. It costs money to run this building. I'm just telling you, look, we're in a great place. God's blessing us. But listen, if we're going to see the kind of move of God that we want to see, it's going to take us stepping up and continuing to be faithful in our tithe and even giving a little bit above that. Can I have a good amen to that? So there's giving. The next thing, look what it says here. It says, and that you bring, verse 7, kind of the second part, and that you bring to your house the poor who are cast out. Thinking the poor in spirit, those that don't have a relationship with God, those who are far from God. The Bible, interesting, it says this. It says these, don't just share, but it also says bring. So there's freedom, there's giving, but this week there's also what? Bringing. Bringing. Who does God want? Listen, you shouldn't even be thinking the question, am I going to come to revival? I hope you're way past that. You've got to be thinking, who am I going to bring to revival? Because you bring them here, I'm telling you, I'm not saying it's 100%, but boy, those percentages are way up there, that person is going to give their lives to Jesus. They're going to get set free from stuff. They're going to experience the power of God. They're going to experience the presence of God. God's going to be here. Listen, I'm believing God that as soon as people turn off of Bay Meadows Road, they feel the presence of God. They feel the conviction power of God. Bringing, you got to bring people here, who you work with, who you go to school with, your neighbors. Get out there. Make a difference. Bring somebody. And then the fourth thing here, I love this. The very last part of it, it says, look, when you see the naked, that you cover him and not hide yourself from your own flesh. Giving, bringing, and not hiding. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your... Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife. Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife. You bring them to revival. I see some of y'all have seen that YouTube clip. Don't hide yourself, okay? It says don't hide yourself from those who are naked. Think there's so many people here. Listen, spiritually they are naked. They don't have a relationship with God. They're lost. They're hurting. They need help. They don't have a robe of righteousness. Jesus wants to give them by His grace a robe of righteousness. He wants to clothe them in righteousness. But it's going to take you not hiding yourself from them. It's going to take you covering them. It says cover them. How do you cover somebody? Man, you cover them in prayer. You cover them in serving. You cover them in bringing. You cover people in giving. That's how you cover people. Here's what I'm asking you, church. Listen. I'm asking all of you to be ambassadors for Christ and ambassadors for celebration this week. I want you to get out there. I want you to invite your friends, family members, your neighbors, everybody that you can. Cover them in prayer. I want you to serve people. I want you to give. Listen, if you're at a restaurant, man, pay for somebody's meal. Or yes, as you're at a restaurant eating that delicious salad with vinaigrette dressing this week, leave a tip for somebody. Pay for somebody's coffee at Starbucks. Get out there and cover people, and then use that as an opportunity to invite them. Leave a tip. Do what you can. Your neighbor, listen, go cut your neighbor's grass and invite them to it. Now's the perfect time to cut somebody's grass. The grass is short anyway. It's not hot. It's the perfect time to act like you care. But we've got to get out there. We've got to cover people. You're the ambassadors. You're the representatives. And then when you come to the meetings, it's your faith. It's your anticipation. You know what you are, church? You're the thermostat. Your faith, your anticipation, your involvement. That's going to set the temperature of faith in this room during the week of the revival. You're the ones that are setting the temperature. Here's what I'm trying to say to everybody today. Listen, you're the revival preachers. You will do the real revival preaching. It won't be T.D. Jakes or Stephen Furtick or Judah or anyone. I mean, they will preach, yes, but you're the real revival preachers. You're going to do revival preaching with your lifestyle, with your witnessing, with your giving, with your service. You are the ones that are going to go into the highways and byways, as Jesus says, and compel them to come in, to seek and save the lost. It's going to take all of us together preaching revival with our lifestyle and with our witness this week. I'm asking you for 1 week. I'm asking you to go out all out for 1 week. I'm asking you for 1 week. Let's pretend like Jesus is coming on day 22. That's what I'm asking you. And maybe He will, who knows, but let's live with that kind of mindset of eternity. I'm asking you for 1 week to do that, to have that level of anticipation. And I want to remind you, it goes beyond outside, but also when you're in the meeting. Listen, I'm asking you to be a Spirit-filled Christian and understand when you come to these meetings, listen, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Parking is going to be crazy. We got tons of parking. It's still going to be crazy. There's going to be some people that are going to get turned away. Some lines might start forming at 3 o'clock. Somebody, you might have a seat and you get up and somebody stole it. I'm just asking you, go the extra mile this week. Be a servant. Listen, revival is messy. People are messy. Revival is hard work. If you see trash out there in the parking lot, pick it up. We have a baptismal out there. You probably saw it when you came out. After Tuesday, we're going to be baptizing people every single night before and after service. We're going to see thousands baptized. It's going to be messy. Some of you ladies, you might get your new shoes wet. Just chill, man. Don't worry about it. Are you following me? In other words, don't hide yourself. If you see someone looking around here for directions, like, man, where's the sanctuary? Just don't look at them like, well, find it yourself, man.